So this was from a thread. Let's face it, could be any thread about Richard Lewis, right? And by the way, I'll probably have my own separate video on that coming through soon, which will be a straight roast session. But this is one of the classic comments you get where, just like with my content, people don't discuss the ideas in the content. They just discuss me as a person, what they dislike about me as a person, whether I'm capable of being an analyst, etc. It's all just about me. They're all just caught on like surface layer, level one of analysing a person and their ideas. So as usual with Richard, the topic is always, oh, he's got thin skin, he blocks people on Twitter. And this guy here, 10 points, says, the sheer amount of people that comment because they got blocked is absolutely mind-blowing. I don't want to guess how many thousand people he has blocked. So for the first part, the sheer amount of people that comment because they got blocked is absolutely mind-blowing. You know what? That actually doesn't mean that they were blocked by him. I don't know if you're aware of this, but anyone on the internet can just tell any lies that they want. And unless they provide some sort of corroborative evidence, you should actually assume that what they're saying is not the truth. Now, people might say, oh, no, but Thorin, no smoke without fire, mate. First of all, that's a disingenuous analogy because that's what smoke comes from, fire. So that works with the literal example of smoke and fire. But absolutely online, you have people who lie about things. In real life, you have, if you applied that logic to every rape case, you'd have a lot more people in prison now, many of whom didn't do any crime whatsoever and were the victims of a false claim. So you know what? The sort of person who goes on Reddit and constantly complains, like, I was blocked by this person, and you know what? I didn't even do anything, and I wasn't even dissing him, or you know what? I didn't even comment and I got blocked. If they don't link to their Twitter account and or the tweet in question, which they claim got them blocked, I don't believe them by default, because I've seen way too many people who didn't happen, lied about stuff, who just clearly were blocked for probably having a disagreement or being quite rude and impolite about how they responded to someone, and therefore got blocked because, you know what, it's that person's Twitter account, they're not obliged to read your shitty comments, and therefore the person gets bitter, goes from being like a fan who wanted to be very impolite and a bit harsh to being a straight up hater, comments in every thread, and gradually either they start out just pure liars or they gradually embellish the story of how they were blocked till it gets worse and worse and worse, and eventually it's like, and I didn't even do nothing. And then if you ever search their Reddit name, you either find no Twitter account under that name, so conveniently, it's funny, if everyone wants to say that I'm racist against Brazilians, they always link that tweet, right? Because there's evidence, some sort of circumstantial evidence to suggest I am. They don't ever link to the tweets here that they got them blocked. Why do you think that is? I think it's because they don't have the tweets anymore. No. Now, first of all, some of them delete the tweet, which in itself suggests something, right? Secondly, the fact they don't link to the evidence, I have a general rule on the internet. If people don't link to evidence they claim to have, they don't have that evidence. You know, there's a great Christopher Hitchens quote that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And likewise, claims made without evidence can be dismissed without evidence. So I just dismiss all claims like that. Start linking them up, and then we can actually judge for ourselves whether it was unfair, whether it was egregious, and whether he's blocked you for no reason because he's thin-skinned. If you just say it, but then don't show me the evidence, I'm going to go ahead and assume that you're a liar and that you've purposely omitted your comment or the tweet because you want me to just believe you that he's some nutter and you're a totally reasonable person continually posting in threads about him, even though apparently on one hand you don't care about him, but you desperately want him to have to read your Reddit comments, Twitter comments.